Good morning, students. Today we will continue the chapter named Atomic Structure. This is the lecture number 5 presented by me, Bharat Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. Okay, so today's topic will be Schrodinger equation. Okay, so this is Erwin Schrodinger. He was a German scientist. He gave an equation named by himself. This equation is mainly this equation. Okay, so he have give this equation. This equation is named as Schrodinger equation. This whole equation is being named as Schrodinger equation. Okay, and the simpler formula of this equation is H psi is equal to E psi, where this is called psi. Okay, H and E are the operator. Okay, H and E are the operator. E is mainly the energy operator and H is Hermitian operator or Hamiltonian operator. Okay, psi is the this is called psi. Okay, this implies the amplitude of a wave function. As we know, the electrons exhibit both nature, that is particle nature as well as the wave nature. As electrons exhibit wave nature, it will have an amplitude, because as a wave it will have frequency, wavelength and amplitude. So the amplitude of the wave, of the electronic wave, can be described as psi, as this is called psi. Okay, here H is called the Hamiltonian operator and this E is energy. Here is this E is represent energy. Okay, this is the simpler formula of Schrodinger equation. Okay, although by this equation we cannot get anything. Okay, by this equation we cannot get anything. We have to do a more complicated system of equation, that is this equation. Okay, this is the one equation, this equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. Okay, here all the dimension has been monitored. Okay, here this x represents dx square, this del square psi by del x square, that is x square means x axis and this y square means represents the y axis and this z square represents the z axis. Okay, so all of the three axes are present. So this is a three-dimensional. So this equation is a three-dimensional equation. So this equation is a three-dimensional equation. Okay, so while solving this equation, we get four quantum numbers. Okay, after solving this equation we get four quantum numbers. Actually we get three quantum numbers and later on we have get plus one, that is one more quantum number, that is called the spin quantum number. Okay, so while solving this, after solving this, we have get three quantum numbers. Later on we have found another quantum number. Okay, so the total quantum numbers are 4. Okay, yes. So what are the quantum numbers? Mainly there are 4 quantum numbers. Number 1, principal quantum number. Number 2, this principal quantum number also can be called as n. Okay, and the azimuthal quantum number, that is called as L. Then is magnetic quantum number, this is represented as M, and the spin quantum number, this is the fourth one. This spin quantum number, that is represented by S. This S quantum number or spin quantum number had not been derived from the Schrodinger equation. Okay, this is derived from another equation. More or less this spin quantum number is not connected to the Schrodinger equation. So okay, so the spin quantum number is not connected with the, or not derived from the Schrodinger equation. Okay, but these three, the first three, that is the principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number, are derived from the Schrodinger equation. Okay, so while solving the Schrodinger equation we get two parts. Okay, that is, one is radial part another is angular part, from this way, from solving the Schrodinger equation, the quantum mechanics starts. Okay, so the first one is from the Schrodinger equation we get two separate sub equations, that is radial part and the angular part. Radial part only consists of radius, that is r, but angular part consists of angles, that is theta and phi and theta, and also radius. Okay, so angular part depends on theta and phi, that is the angles, but radial part only depends on the radius. But the angular part depends on the both angles as well as the radius. Okay, so radial part is independent of theta and phi. Okay, okay, but the radial part is independent on theta and phi, is not dependent on theta and phi, but angular part depends on theta and phi, that is angular part depends on the angles. Okay, so from the radial part, that is from this part we get the quantum number, that is principal quantum number n. Okay, that is why principal quantum number does not depend on the angles, it only depends on the radius. Okay, radius of the orbit. Okay, but from the angular quantum number we get two equations, we get two quantum numbers, that is number one azimuthal quantum number L, and magnetic quantum number or M. Okay, so there are four quantum numbers, namely principal quantum number or N, azimuthal quantum number or L, magnetic quantum number or M, and spin quantum number or S. Okay, but from these four quantum numbers, only three quantum numbers are being derived from the Schrodinger equation. Okay, the radial part, the Schrodinger equation has been distributed between two subparts, that is radial part and angular part. From the radial part, principal quantum number or N is being derived. Then from the angular part, L, that is azimuthal quantum number, is being derived, and from the angular part itself, the magnetic quantum number, that is third quantum number, has been derived. The spin quantum number, that is fourth quantum number, has been derived from the Schrodinger equation. Okay, here are all the equations. Okay, here are the principal quantum number that derive the distance from the nucleus. Okay, the L quantum number, the angular quantum number, will derive the shape of the orbital. Magnetic quantum number, that is or M or magnetic quantum number, will derive or express the orientation in the space, and spin quantum number will express the spin of the electron. Okay, so we will discuss it further in the next class. Okay, so that's it for today. We have discussed the Schrodinger equation and the parts of the Schrodinger equation, and how do you get the four quantum numbers. Okay, although I don't show you the derivation of the Schrodinger equation. Okay, that is not required for your standard, for the class 11 as well. Okay, but you have known that the four quantum numbers, that is principal quantum number, angular quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number, are being derived from Schrodinger equation. And what are the Schrodinger equation, you have also been seen. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.